If you have a baby, you might as well just throw it in the trash with its dirty diapers and the clothes that it outgrows every 2 weeks. And money. Just put your money in there too. Because that's what you're doing. You're shoving money into a throat hole in the hopes that it doesn't grow up to murder. Here's something. People who try to one-up you, because apparently life is just one big long I'm better for some idiots. Quick rule of thumb, if you want to be friends with people, maybe refrain from making them think that they're worse than you. Just a thought. Matt used to have this neighbor who, just as an example, if you told him about a band you like, he would have a story about the one time that he met that band. I can think of no better way to ruin a conversation. Congratulations, I wanted to share a positive experience about myself, and you managed to top it, thus proving that most people are more successful at just living than I am. Pardon me while I go fucking hang myself now. Totally unacceptable behavior in every other situation. Can you imagine you're at work and your job is to put your finger into a metal cylinder to prove that there's no spiders in there? And you're pretty good at it, but the whole time right beside you there's a guy who's just slamming his finger in and out so vigorously and staring you down like, look at me, in comparison to you I'm better. No spiders. What? Life isn't one big long series of competitions. Stop trying to be Usain Bolt in everyday situations. There's no point in running as fast as a cheetah when everybody around you is walking slowly because they hate themselves. I guess for some people, every day of existence is just one big long race to a finish line. But what they don't know is that the finish line is just them alone in a dark room sitting in a cold chair and nobody's responding to their text messages because the last time I told you a story about I ran into my friend at the mall, you came back with that time you met George Clooney in Venice. People don't volunteer their experiences in the hopes that somebody in the room is going to have something better. You don't get invited to a wedding so that you can have your wedding in the ballroom next door and yours has tacos. The whole point in sharing with you something cool that happened to me is so that we could both delight in the experience. If you get a promotion, I'm not going to break into your house, butt fuck your mom, and kick your dog in the head. It's just poor taste. So you know what? Fuck them. From now on, if you hear somebody telling a story about a thing they think is cool, and somebody else comes back at them with something that happened to them that's way better just for the sake of topping them, fire right at them with one of the worst things that's ever happened to you. Shut down the whole conversation. It's called one downing. Oh yeah, well I went to the Suicide Squad premiere and Jared Leto was in the audience. I got to hang out with him. We talked for a bit. Turns out he likes the same motorcycles I do. Alright, well check this out. I spent the majority of last night finding out what it would take to obtain a gun in this country and updating my will to make sure everybody knows that my suicide is their fault. Oh, you went to that new sushi place? Well, one time I had a Japanese samurai warrior make sushi for me from scratch. I didn't even have to pay him. He's kind of a friend. Oh yeah? Well, I haven't had a solid bowel movement since 1965. Hey, I took a picture of this cat that's got a couple likes on Instagram. Do you want to see it? One time I took a picture of a cat in a magazine, bought it for like $8 grand. It was pretty cool stuff. Oh, okay, well check this out. I didn't. This is Here's Something where I take topics from the viewers and try to make them funny. If you have an idea that you'd like to see in a video, be sure to leave it in a comment or on my Facebook and Twitter. I did a really good job of hiding that label. Now nobody will ever know what I'm drinking. It's liquor.